Mud season in Vermont typically takes place in the spring, but as you can see, this week's catastrophic floods have left behind plenty of mud and debris. The water is just starting to go down, but the cleanup efforts are only just beginning. A stark juxtaposition of the weather in Vermont, as the sun on Wednesday only seemed to shed more light on the problem here, the water. Too much rain, too fast.
It's overwhelming at first, but then you just got to do.
Amy Rodgers knows all too well how much work now needs to be done. Homeless for now.
Yeah. Not the first time. I've been homeless before.
Picking up the remnants of her home in her front yard.
I'm going to try to find my rake and rake up some of this.
This Barre, Vermont resident did her best to keep her composure.
I'm just really trying to stay positive, and I don't have it as bad as a lot of other people. It's not going to be easy and it's not going to be fun.
But while the outside of her home looked intact, the inside told a different story.
Come on in, sorry.
6 feet of water. And when she showed us the basement, it was still pouring in.
The hot water heater is floating over there.
Across Vermont, roads are buckled. In a state used to shoveling snow, they were instead plowing mud this week. On a muddy Maid Street in the capital of Montpelier, volunteer Nick Kaczynskis was doing whatever he could to help.
This is my home. That's it. And these are my friends, my neighbors. This is where we are.
When the damage is this widespread, there are no shortage of deafening sounds. From the pressure washers, the pumps. And yet, there stood Susan Reed, violin in hand Wednesday afternoon, playing through the dusty fog of devastation. Hoping her sounds comforted anyone stopping by the Episcopal Church of Christ for a sandwich.
We're gonna have to keep going for a long time. Woo! Hope you got that.
That tune of positivity seemed to carry down the street.
You can see the line. That's like the big, where the water came up to. All right, ready?
Where business owner Therese Churchill was surrounded by friends and family, washing away what the water left behind.
Instead of being upset about it, my way is to just, what do we do? And knowing that you're not alone right now and everybody's out helping, it's just...
Nearly every business in Montpelier sustained some kind of water damage. It could be months before Therese Churchill reopens.
You want to do that?
She's grateful, though, her bar is still standing.
Feels like it came and went pretty quick, so I hope that the damage is minimal.
The strength of Vermont may have been tested by these floods, but for all the water left behind, it did not wash away this state's resolve to return.
I mean, everybody is just going to have their work cut out for them.
A number of shelters have been set up across the state for residents whose homes were either destroyed or damaged in the floods. There is more rain expected later this week, which could mean more mud and more water on the way. Chris Conti, Scripps News, Barre, Vermont.